Hi, I'm Laura Crapo. Welcome to my channel. And for now, I'm just doing these readings and stuff in the side shed because my dog barks too much otherwise. So I hope you enjoy the sound of a waterfall instead. And the birds, which is kind of nice. So I haven't done tarot cards in a super long time, like, because I just did psychic readings, like, where I close my eyes half the reading. But I thought, like, because I've been going through my storage and finding old stuff, and I found these cards, and I was like, okay, like, for old time's sake, why not? So, and you guys probably know more about tarot than I do. So what I'll do is, like, just spice it up, use my intuition along with it rather than just doing straight tarot reading, since tarot is not my forte. Okay, so here's the first card. Ooh, the Empress. What? Okay, I'll put my glasses on so I can really see what I pick up. I feel like when I see that tree, like, first it looked like broccoli and then it looked like a brain to me. And so I'm thinking, like, people are trying to think better or, like, figure these times out, because, like, this time is so crazy and it kind of forces us all to use our intuition more and, like, use our brain more effectively, whether it's, like, eating the right foods to make it work properly. Like, some people say eat the foods that look like the organ, and, like, walnuts look like the brain and, like, stuff like that, and, like, broccoli looks like the lungs and whatever. So I don't know if you're allergic to nuts or whatever, but okay, what else? And, like, this waterfall is really making me think of, like, crystals and like, jewelry and stuff. So I kind of, like, I know that I have certain jewelry that when I wear it, and usually it's the stuff that has, like, the real stuff in it, like gold and like a real gemstone. Um I, like, have better luck that day, or, like, things just go smoother. So there's something about wearing, like, even if it's super tiny, something that has, like, an actual real crystal in it, or, like, silver or copper, or, like, or gold, or, like, something that is, like, like, not fake, will also help amplify this tree. Where is it? It's backwards. Um, your brain more, I feel like, because it's like right now we need all the help we can get. And also, I feel like all this straw at the bottom, or looks like French fries, but okay. But it also looks like a lot of people. So I kind of feel like maybe you're someone in your community or online that has a lot of eyes on you, and, like, they're interested and they're, like, following what you do. And, like, because maybe some people are just too stressed out to, like, really focus, and I feel like this Empress character is, like, super focused, and she's she's got these crystals in her brain working. And everybody else is just like, what do I do? And it's like, well, I look up to this person, so maybe I'll take note and, like, follow that. Okay, what else? What else? I feel like this symbol, I guess it's the female symbol. I feel like because it's, like, sort of beside and behind her, um, it's kind of like, just focus on you, like, let the chatter of the day kind of quiet, and just try to feel grounded and settled in your own energy, like, regardless of gender, and just put those sort of hot topics, like, to the side, so you can really just be in your own presence and feel your brain working in the flow of life. Like, if if you can substitute getting into sort of like human discussions for a little bit with feeling like sensing your own energy. And like everybody has this kind of Empress vibe within them. If they can like relax enough and like own and respect themselves enough and like have that moment of calm so that you feel kind of like above the fray, like above the noise in your own kind of like perfect paradise, like in your mind. Like if you can get there. And then I feel like from that, you'll just be like covered in like abundance and stuff, like all this kind of fruit on her flowers, I guess, but like things flowering. Yeah, and I feel like also because there's these symbols on this. What does that sound? On this like back pillow here, are kind of similar to this like feminine. That's like a forest critter making sound. I'm kind of curious what animal that is. Oh, maybe it's a bird. Okay. Yeah, there's this blue jay that like is kind of hanging out in the yard. Okay, so I'm gonna do another card. Page of Pentacles. I like how everything's kind of upright. All right, I'll let you look at it and then I'll look at it. See what you see first. Like, you know how he's like a giant? Like, that's not how regular people appear on a landscape. Unless you're using some kind of like telephoto, like Kubrick kind of lens or like military lens that he borrowed. Okay. All right, I'll let you look at it while I also look at it. It's giving like for me that there's this, we're in this special moment of time between like two events, like two seasons. Let's say this is like winter and this is whatever, the warm season and the cold season. Like where I am in Quebec, it's like you better enjoy your 2 weeks of summer because it's gonna be cold again. So yeah, I feel like people really have to enjoy this moment, like regardless of kind of what's going on, like find something to enjoy about this moment. Like sometimes it's good to, like on the scale of emotions, let's say you're feeling down, like let's say like feeling angry is like a step above feeling depressed, so it's like taking some kind of action. I'm not saying get angry or whatever, but like to do something to take a step to go like higher up, even one little micro step higher, like being a bit more optimistic or going out and just finding things you like even like grass peeking up through the concrete or just literally anything, any sign of like goodness, a twinkle in someone's eye or anything, and like build on that, like piece by piece. It kind of builds this paradise, and I feel like this character is like cherishing this one good thing he found. Of course there's like other ways of reading this card, but I'm just like telling you what I'm picking up intuitively right now. I mean, basically it could also mean like someone's making you like a solid offer. I don't know if there's gonna be like a bit more like water inundation kind of stuff going on. Kind of looks like that in this card to me, because like why would that mountain be blue? It's like so blue. But yeah, I mean it's a good time to be social and like sort of know your options and like know other, like really examine your situation. I know it's like not easy for people just to up and move and whatever, but like it's like, where's the nearest sort of countryside near me where things are not like a subdivision or whatever, like actual country, like where there might be some forest area too, and like not just owned farmlands and things like that. Like, just to know, you know, because like if you think about going somewhere by car, like if there's traffic, sometimes it's like quicker to walk, honestly. Like I was stuck in traffic, like leaving Montreal, like I happened to be leaving around 4 and I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, I literally could have walked out of Montreal faster than I drove. So it might be a case where it's just good to know where like a plan B kind of area might be, even if it's like a walk, and just kind of like know that that is also there if for some reason you just feel like you're not into being where you are. And also it doesn't hurt to like make friends or like visit. Let's say there's like a smaller town nearby, and like instead of just always hanging out in the city or whatever, you might like take like a couple hours trip out to the country, like check out some small town. Maybe you're like making friends with the people at the local cafe there or whatever. You're just making connections, like you're building friendships outside of your wherever you live, just to have like more options and stuff. Okay, let's put another card. I don't like that one, but I like these two. Okay. What do we got here? These two came as a duo, so we have whatever that is, 8 of discs. Sorry, it's been a while. And Knight of Wands. That's nice that we have like we have like this offer, and then like someone passionately coming in, and then there's like a hard worker in here somewhere. So because these came together, I feel like this Knight of Wands is like a hard worker. So maybe there's like a passionate kind of masculine vibes person coming in who's a hard worker. Like most people are okay with that. Or it's been like building for a while. It's like maybe like when they were first doing this, the disc that's like on the floor, like, they were like, yeah, that person's okay, but I don't know, and then they're like, time goes by and they're like still thinking about it. And now they're like, oh, like I've made all these sort of tributes to this person. I guess I should get on my horse and passionately like come I don't know, like what's the offer. I don't know if this is the same person or if it's like 2 people, but like these people seem like a couple because they came one after the other. So it could be someone who's like, this might be a bit of an age difference, or maturity level difference. And then maybe there's two suitors here. There's this passionate, hardworking guy, and then there's the person with the simple offer who's like a bit younger. Okay, and let's see what else. I wasn't really looking at the other aspects of the picture there, but maybe because I didn't feel inclined to, but I feel like I should have. This one. Oh, this one I feel like was upside down, Ace of Wands. So, Ace of Wands. So maybe, I don't know if this is like how the viewer is feeling, like a bit of a lack of passion. but like passion is on the mind. I'm just gonna look at it like this, in this direction. This kind of like makes me feel like planting seeds, like making a strong decision, like kind of like, no, it's gonna be this way. Uh like let's say you were handed this and you're like, I don't want this, I want to plant this like the way I want it. So like maybe you have a very fixed idea of what you're looking for, and like maybe a couple people in your, sorry about the sunset on the screen on the card. like, um like a few of those leaves are sort of falling off or they're detached. So I feel like some people are like, oh, like maybe they don't belong in this new scenario, but some people still do. And maybe there's like a bit of smoke around it, but I feel like because the hand is glowing so strongly, it just feels right. I don't know if I can get that. I don't want to like put my face. But the hand is glowing. Well, it's literally glowing with the sun on it too, so it's glowing extra. So it feels like a good decision to just sort of take charge and go like, I know what I want. I'm not just waiting for some stick to be handed to me. Like I am planting what I want. That's what I feel like. And if that means like some waiting time, maybe the waiting time's already happened. Nonetheless, someone who's very sure of themselves. Okay, wait, it's like these guys. All right, what do we got here? So we have this 5 of cups. Or wait, is it 5? How many cups do we have? 4? It's 4 cups. Okay, yeah, it's 4. 4 of cups. So it's kind of like if you get caught up just focusing on like what's being put in front of you, like on the human level, like let's say these are the 3 networks or whatever. I guess there's more than 3 networks now that it's after 1985. Like I feel like it's really important to connect to your intuition. Sorry. And because it'll make you snap out of whatever like bummer vibes you've been in, or like obsessing too much over like what is like in the physical world, because like a lot of cool stuff happens from inspiration. It's like, I don't know, if you think about like, I don't know, like I can't speak for like Steve Jobs or whatever. I'm not even that into Apple, truth be told. But like nonetheless, first it didn't exist, and then like some guy got an idea to make something like better, and then that was just a dream, and then they made it real, and then it sort of changed our lives collectively. So whatever it is that you're not tuning into, like you're not appreciating your own beautiful intuition and your own kind of special gifts that you're meant to give the world through your joy and like your love of creativity, and like you're feeling like welcome in the world and that you belong and your ideas matter, and that you can make a living from it and stuff. Like just know that that's on deck for you if you take the time to go like to own that part of you and to like fully like integrate that side of you in life, because you can't just be like looking at what is. Like it's important to do what you can, whether it's like cleaning up your diet or whatever, so your intuition's more like on lock, like personally, I know if I ever have like a glass of wine, like my intuition is kind of less good, or just, like alcohol does nothing for, it's not like I can't pick up something, but it's like less. So I just pretty much stay away from it unless it's like my birthday, or like when my dad was alive and he had a wine cellar and there were too many relatives around, I might have one or two or three glasses or whatever. But do stuff like that, like just substitute like lemon water, or you know just try to switch out alcohol and things that can impair your intuition, because it's like way too much fun to have a cool idea just go like whoop, like into your head, and then it can like cheer you up or make you laugh, or give you an idea for business or some, whatever. Because a lot of successful businesses are just like stuff that already exists that you just like make it better, like, so you don't have to stress too hard about that. So then we have the Two of Swords. This one looks like a card I need to like find imagery in. It feels like choosing between these two kind of islands. It feels like the last island behind her is like where she came from, and she is deciding between these other two ones that are kind of mysterious, and she doesn't really know what's gonna happen. And they both have their like good and their bad qualities. And it's like, the more you know yourself and what you can handle and the kind of situation or weather or like people, kinds of personalities you like, and the easier it is to make the decision like based on what you can kind of deal with and what you really don't want to deal with. Like I have a friend who was living in states somewhere that wasn't like really open-minded, and people were like really judgy and like making her family like feel kind of unwelcome. And I was like, well, you could live somewhere like with better weather and where people are more open-minded, it's more multicultural and stuff, like, and then they were a lot happier there. And it's just kind of like you don't have to suffer in some place that sucks if you have a choice. And even if it's like within the same town, it's like maybe there's one part of town that's like better. You feel more comfortable, or you just spend more time there. Like, even if you don't live in that area, just like, I mean, nobody, let's say you lived in greater New York and you just like vibe with some part of Manhattan, and you kind of like make it also your neighborhood, like your hangout, and you're pretty much on the same level as everyone who lives there. You just don't, your bedroom doesn't just happen to be there, but you're like, everybody and you see everybody, like you're also welcome there. So I feel like really be conscious of where you feel respected and comfortable, and try to like spend more time there, right? And then we have the Star, which is like a really nice card. All right. Sometimes I can like look at it when it's like right here, and then it's like more fun for you guys. So like we're in July right now. Like those like 7 white stars are kind of giving me July. And like right here the weather's a bit like that right now. Now, what's this bird over here? I feel like, again, this is another kind of wake-up call. Like, this bird seems kind of like too big. It almost looks like one of those scavenger birds. Like, it doesn't look like a cute hummingbird, or like a sparrow or something. Like, it looks like a, what are they called? Those like I don't know, are they albatross? No, that's like a fish bird. Anyway, whatever, like one that you'd see picking roadkill. It looks like that to me. So it's kind of like giving a heads up, like, you better enjoy life right now. like find a way to find things like luscious and wonderful, like even if it's just water out of a tap, or like the rain pouring down, or like anything. Just really connect with like how beautiful and like endless nature is. Even if like wherever you live like might be kind of more urban or something, there might be still elements of nature there, like sunlight or wind, or like grass, or like, you know, like I said, like water coming out of a tap, or like, and just really like focus on how that's like truly part of nature, and that nature is, when it's undisturbed, like fantastically beautiful. Like yesterday I was driving and it was like crazy storms. Like it was like crazy wind and like sudden like one cloud insane rainstorms, and then it would like, then you drive past it and be sunny, and then a rainbow, and then like a little while later, out of nowhere there was another cloud, and it was like hail and heavy blinding rain, and then there was like sun at the top of the hill. I was like, what is going on? Like um and um like tuning into nature also heals your body, and like the more you put your mind to like connecting with positivity, the less like gross situations have a chance, like because the connection to nature is like really strong and cool. Like once you get into it, uh like I've been spending a bunch of time in nature recently, and it's like frogs and ducks, they're like super curious and flirtatious and like, hey, like they're very, like they're fun and friendly and stuff. Like they'll come over and like they'll stare at you until you look at them back, and they'll come right to you and stuff. Like it's really cool. Like, and um so if you're not spending time in nature, like try to find a way to do that. And if you can't, like just like, you know, water is nature, and like anything that's, you know, not made by man, is like, if you can connect with it, gives you that like cool vibe. This is like upside down, so it's the 7 of Wands. So this kind of feels like some kind of, I don't know, victory march, right? Or campaign. But I kind of feel like this horse, like, oops, looking back, like it's not into it. Like, like what are these guys doing? Like, not into it. And even some of the people, I feel like their faces are like, what? Like, what do I do now? And it's only like this person who even seems like not that committed to whatever this procession is. So there might be some sense of like, what are we doing? Like, why are we so passionate about this thing that's not even working? Or like, who's in charge? Or like, I don't even believe in this person who's in charge. Like, where are we even going with this? So there's a bit of a disillusionment with leadership there. It's good that people wake up to that though, so they like stop following someone that's not leading them, someone leading them somewhere good. All right, so I'm gonna do these 3 and then one more, and then I'll wrap it up. All right, so we have an upside down Page of Wands. There's a lot of people in this reading. And there's the Queen of Swords upright, and we have the Sun upright. That's nice. I'm glad that one's upright. Oh my gosh, what if... So who's this guy? Page of Wands. So I'll let you see him upright so you can like make your judgments. Again, he looks like outsized compared to the landscape. and it's kind of giving like Egypt vibes with those pyramids. Okay, I'm gonna look at it upside down because it's like I'll like do this and then I'll look at it that way. I feel like a grandma right now. Like I can't see. All right, wait. All right, so I'm getting like this guy to me looks like a musician, and maybe like you know how like in the music industry, like people artificially get pushed to the front, and like they're not really as good as like someone you know in your neighborhood or whatever. I feel like it's like one of these characters who's just like, oh, I'm here. Like, what do I do now? Kind of like, I hope my costume in the stage presentation is uh, enough persuasion to let people think like I should be here or whatever. So it's just like uncomfortable, youngish superstar who doesn't really know how to handle their fame. And it's like what am I doing? Like why did I do this? Like how did I get here? Like maybe I'd compare it to like Justin Bieber or something who's kind of going through it right now and who was in that kind of situation. Like a young person kind of thrust into the limelight, made to wear like cool clothes, and you know he's from Stratford, Ontario, like this small town where they have like Shakespeare in the grass, or it's like a Shakespeare town, like in the country. Um, so to go from that to like thrust onto like the big stage in the States, like yeah, as a young person, like it would feel like an upside down world, I would think. So I'm not saying it's him, but I'm saying it's like someone like him who this the I would just say in general, like the structure of how like the industrial like music uh, industry is run is not healthy for the performers because they're not allowed to be authentic. It could be about him specifically, but it could also just be about like how they're trying to funnel artists because like you know just because other people do this doesn't mean you have to. Just like it could be very dated. Like people 10 years from now can be like, oh my god, remember when they used to like force people to like you know, like stuff like Katy Perry videos and stuff. Like that's gonna seem very like of the time they were made and stuff. Like they just like how in this 60s and 50s, like we don't it's not the same time, and it's like we do things differently. And I think there's like the wave of authenticity is like pretty strong these days. All right, so then we have the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is making me think of like one of the world leaders, like not US or Canada. It feels like a female figure who's just really like maybe they weren't always successful and maybe they seem kind of boring or too old or like not that galvanizing a force, you know, before. But I feel like I feel like she's telling it like it is, and like it's the hand almost kind of feels like a slap, like correcting another world leader's behavior in this very effective way with her words, and it's kind of like giving this like undeniable like putting them in their place just so like you know when people say things just perfectly and it's just devastating, you know, like and then people would have that meme like oh it's that kind of thing. So that would be cool. even I feel like even if their country's kind of like going through it, this, I mean, even if it's a man, but it's like a feminine energy, because this tree looks kind of like in shambles behind. I feel like she's still able to like really own it, the power that's been given to her to lead, and essentially having to like take part in like world decisions, and like just doing so like just like right out of the park. And then that like being a really positive change. Okay, and then we have the Sun card. The Sun looks kind of mad or like over it. Let's see, I'll let you like see what you see first. The weird like thing coming out of the baby's like wreath of flowers is like, I don't know if that's a feather or like, it seems to be like also attached to like the sun's ray also at the top there. It also it's also it's again the flag. It's kind of I'm kind of getting like United States vibes here a little bit, where the sun is like, can we just like calm down a bit? And like wanting like more of a sense of maturity and like stillness. I mean, in stillness, I just mean like restraint for the sake of all. So let's say you feel like people are just going at it too hard, or like just everybody needs to take a seat for a bit, like, or find their maturity. Like, you can't always be out flag waving and acting like a child, like out in public. I feel like that's the thing I get from this, and that the energy of like the world needs things to be like peaceful and positive. And it takes sometimes it's just like, let's say there's someone who can't really hold their anger in check, and it would be cool if they could. So it's that kind of thing where it's like, well, wouldn't it be cool if we could all kind of calm down for the sake of everyone, and so the sun can shine, and things can be better. Whatever. So that's my reading. That's my tarot reading. And I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for visiting my channel. I wish you all the best, and I hope that we all make the world a better place and have fun and keep our authenticity and stuff like that. And take care. I don't know how to turn it off. But take care, and feel free to send an email message for an idea for a future episode. And I also do some distance healing and readings for clients. I've met some really cool people who've watched the channel, who contacted me for that. And if you like my channel and you want to subscribe, that'd be great. And if you want to donate, that'd be great. And then this channel can grow and be more like high tech and stuff. All right, take care. Bye.